kids. Like, it can't be for teens or even adults. Like anybody should be able to watch Disney, Pixar movies, no matter the audience. And I think Turning Red, it's honestly a good movie for any type of audience, since there are jokes in there that obviously a 5-year-old or 10-year-old might not understand. I think it's a good movie, and people, honestly, they're overreacting about it a lot, since it's a very different type of Disney movie, but it's really not that serious. If you don't want to watch it, then just don't watch it. So, I've seen people on Twitter, they're trying to boycott Disney, and at first, when I saw that, to be honest, I didn't really care too much, because a lot of the times on social media and Twitter, people say to boycott a lot of a lot of corporations and a lot of people. So I didn't really care too much. But, while being on Twitter, it kept popping up, boycott Disney. A lot of people have been tweeting about it. So that's when I realized, okay, maybe it's somewhat important. I should at least see why. And then, I saw basically why people want to boycott it and why people don't like Disney right now. And I've seen a lot of reasons why, to be honest, a lot of reasons. But the main reason why people are trying to boycott Disney right now. So, I saw on Twitter people were trying to boycott Disney. And at first, I didn't really think nothing of it, because I just assumed that, they're trying to boycott Disney, which a lot of the times I see on social media, people try to boycott a lot of corporations and people. So I thought it wasn't really serious. But then I realized, after a lot of people have been tweeting about it, and it's been trending actually, I realized I should maybe check it out. And when I did, that's when I basically saw the reason why people are trying to boycott it. And I think at least the reason is because of what one of the, president of Disney, she said that basically she has kids, and like Disney basically said that they do support gay people, because I think it was a law in Florida by DeSantis of it, don't say gay bill. It was something like that. I don't know too much about it. Basically, Disney didn't support that law that DeSantis, signed. So they spoke out about it, And when they So the kids are basically forcing their kids to miss out on, all the cool experiences. And I guess it's fine because there's Universal and other, type of parks you could go to. But still, I just don't understand because the parents, because of the parents' beliefs and opinions on Disney, they're not going to let their kids watch anything Disney or I guess ABC related. So I feel like when the kids get older, and they can't watch anything Disney related, like Marvel, Star Wars, and anything else. That's all I can think of. Basically anything else. The kids, they're gonna be confused on why they can't watch any Disney related stuff. And it's because of the parents and their opinions on Disney. So that's why I just do not think that this will last. Like all the people who are canceling the Disney Plus and the Disney trips, I really do think it's either they'll just get bored and eventually go back to Disney, or who knows, they might actually never support Disney again, which I feel like it's kind of hard to not support Disney when they own so much stuff. It's somewhat impossible to not support them. But if that's what people are trying to do and that's what they want to do, then I guess they can try boycott it. But I really don't think, number one, I do not think Disney cares. Like I saw some people say that Disney's business is going to go down or going to be quote unquote canceled. They're going to lose a lot of money. But they're Disney. I feel like Disney, since they're a huge company, stuff like this, maybe similar to this, has happened to them before in the past. And as you can see, they're still surviving. That makes sense. They're still, like a popular company. They're still making money. They're still relevant. So I do not think this will work because boycotting Disney and any other company most of the time, it never works. But I guess people, nothing will stop those people. No matter what you say to them, they're not going to try to stop. They're going to keep going. And when it fails, they're just going to basically disappear. That's basically how it works. And I see that a lot on social media and anywhere too. A lot of people, they say they have freedom of speech, and mostly, I guess, in Americans on social media, they say they have freedom of speech. So like they say the most, some people, they would say that, the most messed up and somewhat, I guess, offensive thing on social media. And afterward, they might say like they have freedom of speech. They can say whatever they want. But I don't think anyone has it. Like no one, you don't really have freedom of speech on social media or anywhere, to be honest. You can't say whatever you want. But people, they say some very messed up stuff. And then when they get negative reactions, they get confused as if they think, everybody will agree with them. Because they said freedom of speech, like saying freedom of speech after saying something very terrible, it doesn't make it any better, to be honest. I think it makes it worse. Like, people, I don't know why people think you can say anything you want and there'll be no consequences. If you say something messed up, controversial, whatever, obviously people might get mad and there will be consequences to it. You can't just say whatever is on your mind, on social media and just in general. You can't really say that. So I always find it weird people say you have freedom of speech, especially on social media, where I honestly think most of the stuff you say, like you have to limit yourself on the things you can say. People say freedom of speech, like maybe you might have it somewhere else out in public, but on social media, there are rules you have to follow and policies you have to follow. And if you break them, there'll be consequence. It might not be a big consequence, like your account gets reported or deleted, but still, there's a consequence. You can't just say whatever you want. So it's dumb, and I just don't understand why people think they can't say whatever they want. with something. I know he has something, so it's not really funny. I'm not gonna make fun of him for it, but it's somewhat similar. So that's why I just think it's kind of embarrassing for Donald that it happened to him since he was the president at the time. And I'm not sure if anyone really cares, but like the background in my videos, you can see that they're very basic. It's very basic. It's just a white wall on basically all of my videos. And I have it like that because if I wanted to, I could move my laptop somewhere else, and then you'll be able to see my dresser, my TV, and all the other stuff in my bedroom. But I feel like that'd be somewhat distracting, being able to see all of that. I think it would be distracting to have all of that somewhat messed, since my dresser, it's not really that clean. I just think it would distract people. It's just, it wouldn't be that good for a thumbnail if people would get distracted from the background. So I just like to face my laptop just to somewhat corner of my bedroom, so you can't really see nothing other than just my bed and a door, which I think it's a good background. It's nothing's going on. Very plain, but that's what I honestly think. It's better if it's like that. And the video that I made about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, I made that video like basically when it first started happening, like 17 hours. When it first started happening, I just straight up made the video. I somewhat regret it though, because a few hours after I made that video, I saw that Will Smith, he apologized, and I think today Jada Smith, she spoke out about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. So in the video, I could have said all of that too, but that's honestly what I get for being early. I honestly think I should have waited, because most of the time when a somewhat drama slash celebrity stuff comes out, I'm always like wait a few weeks, just to make sure I get all the information, because Chris Rock hasn't even, he hasn't said anything about getting slapped by Will Smith. So I really think I should have waited a little bit, then, made the video, because I really don't want to make a part 2, because I don't really like making, a second video basically talking about the same thing. It's like on YouTube Shorts and TikToks, people make a part 1, and then they make a part 2, and then they make another part. I don't want to do that. Like everything that I want to say, I want to just say it in one video, instead of making people watch multiple parts of it. I just think it's kind of pointless, So I do regret being early, but I think it's always nice being somewhat first in whatever you're doing, being the first person to do something, even though I know I wasn't the first, but still I was somewhat early, so that was good. And I really like making just YouTube videos, but mainly whisper rambles, and the main reason is just that being able to give my opinion on topics and people, even though it might not be a lot compared to other people, it's still, it's nice that people watch the videos, they actually comment and listen, they give their own opinion too. Like, that stuff is always nice. It's a fun hobby, just being able to give my opinion on topics. It's fun. It's actually surprisingly, it's very enjoyable, and people are interested in it. Hearing other people's opinions, I guess people, they like that. Like, honestly, when it comes to me watching YouTubers, like I watch some commentary, maybe like only 2 commentary videos, commentary YouTube channels, and that's really it. But still, hearing other people's opinions, it's most of the time, it's always fun and good, depending on what their opinion is. It's always good to hear them, Okay. And that was, very close to 20 minutes of just rambling about random topics. So, it's the first time